Good afternoon, everyone. I am Pedro Reis Costa, and during the next few minutes I'm going to show you the importance of ocean data on the prediction of shellfish contamination by natural toxins. This work is being carried out by myself and my colleagues Susana Rodrigues and Sónia Pedro from IPMA, which is the Portuguese Institute of the Sea and Atmosphere, and also my colleague from Nova University of Lisbon, Marta Lopes. With the continuous increase of human population, there is an increasing demand for protein sources. Shellfish farming seems to be a good option and a sustainable and environmental friendly alternative to obtain nutritious and healthy food. This is because shellfish are filter-feeding organisms that take their energy to grow from the particles available in the water column. Therefore, their production does not need any type of feed or fertilizers or pesticides, and obviously there is no need for freshwater inputs. Moreover, shellfish production contributes for water transparency. In Portugal, as well as in many other countries, shellfish farming is a growing business sector. However, the occurrence of harmful algal blooms, which are a natural phenomenon, cause many constraints to the effective development of shellfish farming. In this picture, you see a huge bloom of Ligodinium polyhedrum, a dinoflagellate that reached massive cell concentrations in South Portugal 3 years ago. In this case, changing the water color and affecting the tourism. Many algal blooms are not easily observed as they do not change the color of the sea, but toxic algal species may be present. For example, certain dinoflagellates and diatoms, such as Dianophysis, Sudonice and Gymnodinium catenatum. These toxin-producing species can be accumulated by shellfish at great levels and pose a threat to whomever consumes them. The Dianophysis are associated with diuretic poisonings, while Sudonice and Gymnodinium are associated with amnesic and paralytic shellfish poisonings. So to minimize the risk of acute intoxications, shellfish cannot be placed on the market whenever safety levels are exceeded. In the table are shown the safety limits established for regulated toxins such as PSP, paralytic shellfish poisoning toxins, ASP, amnesic shellfish poisoning toxins, DSP, the diuretic, and also iosotoxins and azaspiracids. So, whenever these toxins are detected above these levels, shellfish harvesting is temporarily closed, which causes significant economic losses to shellfish farmers. In Portugal, as in most of the coastal countries, a biotoxins monitoring program is carried out, not allowing contaminated shellfish entering the markets. We have now a database of 30 years monitoring the abundance of toxic algal cells in seawater of shellfish producing zones and 30 years of toxins determination in shellfish, as well as other parameters such as microbiological load and metals contamination. The program, carried out under European Union directives, makes a weekly survey of shellfish production areas, generating a large amount of data. There is no doubt that official control is of key importance to protect the consumer's health. Nevertheless, it is a reactive approach, only responding after the contamination has been detected. There is now an urgent need to develop strategies to anticipate these events, allowing shellfish farmers to mitigate the impacts of harmful algal blooms. In addition to the time series data from the official control, there are many other factors like biotic and abiotic parameters, which are related with the environmental changes associated with harmful algal blooms, and also others that affect the species-specific dynamics of shellfish contamination and toxins metabolism. All this data can be obtained from multiple sources, for example, remote sensing, in situ instruments, laboratory studies, and that can be used to develop a shellfish safety forecast system. It is thus very important to increase the availability of multi-source data and make use of these time series data via statistical and machine learning methods to make predictions on future events and guide decisions on harvesting permissions. Many modeling strategies have been proposed in the literature to meet these goals, specifically dedicated to predict harmful algal blooms, but much less frequently to directly predict the contamination in shellfish. We have recently published a review paper on these strategies, which we believe is a great starting point to researchers to find out the best directions to make use of the data we have available and predict these toxic events. We are currently working in some of these directions for the Portuguese case. We expect to be able to share the first results soon. Finally, we should mention that also other environmental issues affect shellfish farmers. This is the case of microbiological contamination, mostly derived from anthropogenic pressures and effluent discards. For this type of contamination, similar strategies can be devised, as we are dealing with a phenomenon that is also caused by a range of factors and for which multi-source data are available. This work is being carried out within the project MATIS, a machine learning-based forecasting system for shellfish safety, that is supported by the Portuguese Foundation for Science and Technology. Here are the team members of the project involved in this presentation. Thank you for your attention. You are more than welcome to contact us with any question. You can see below our email address. Thank you very much.